Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the slight delay. We had some technical issues, but happy to have everyone on board today. I will do a quick intro to the topics. So today, as you might know, we are talking about e-bike and scooter connectivity made simple. And we're here to introduce you to our newest product, the Guardian IoT. Quick intro, my name is Francisco. I'm a sales manager at Comodule for 2 years now. And today with me is Gerardo Garcia, our product manager for the Guardian.
Thanks, Paco. Super excited to be here with you today to talk about Guardian. And in case, or for those of you wondering where Sven is, he could not join today because for personal reasons, but worry not, you're still in good hands.
Okay, before we kick off, a few operational topics. This webinar is being recorded, so no need to make any screenshots or video recordings. We'll share it with you and you can share it with everyone within your organization later on. We will talk about around 30 minutes and then towards the end, have an open Q&A and discussion section for everyone to contribute to. So what are the topics and what we will learn today? Gerard and I will talk you through the journey of a solution that to one of the most important issues we have seen in micromobility, that being vehicle security. We're going to run you through what have we done with Guardian and its development, and how it can provide peace of mind for riders. And of course, how simple it is to integrate into any type of light electric vehicle, whether it's a bike, a scooter, or a moped. So the first topic being why connectivity? It's clear, we're all witness to that. More people are using micromobility as their main means of transport, whether it's for commuting, for leisure, or just doing sports. People are turning towards micromobility and stepping away not just from cars, from electric cars, but to easier and simpler ways to commute and enjoy their commute. At Comodule, this has been our mission. If you don't know us, we are 8 years old, so very early stage in the industry. And our mission is to make micromobility the #1 choice for urban commuting. So to do that, we of course have to get more people on bikes and scooters, and therefore enhance the riding experience, and connectivity allows us to do that. Historically, we have worked with vehicle manufacturers and fleet operators, and of course new disruptive business models as subscription business as well. And here you have a quick overview or picture of where we have presence. So we have over 500,000 vehicles connected in the market all over the world with a global presence.
And those devices that we have been having 500,000 of them around the world until now are our high-end, let's say, like high-end connectivity solutions such as Bonnie and Clyde and Master. For instance, this Master I have here now in hand. Both are highly customizable, and that's a downside for those looking for entry-level product. And since our current products, Master and Bonnie and Clyde, can manage security, vehicle control, or even external components such as lights or locks, that requires deep integration efforts, and that's not what some customers require. So while these two devices have been a high success, let's say, we are pretty happy with how they are doing in the market, we have noticed there's a need for something simpler. And that's why Guardian. Why Guardian? The answer is basically to make IoT simple. That's where Guardian comes in. So Guardian is the, wrong slide. Guardian is the missing piece in the entry-level range in our three product range, and it's intended to make vehicle connectivity available to all manufacturers. Paco will explain later. We can cater different needs for different types of customers thanks to the fact that it's a quite simple device. I have it here actually in hand to show it to you. We will talk about it a little bit more later. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a digital team or a strategy, all riders can enjoy peace of mind with it. All in all, Guardian is simple to integrate and focuses on security.
So coming back to this main topic that Gerard mentioned, why is vehicle security so important? So research shows that electric bikes are 3 times more likely to be stolen than a regular bike. This is of course clear as they have a higher price on their head. A thief can steal a bike or an e-bike as easily, but sell an e-bike much more expensive. So when they're in the hunt, they usually target e-bikes. And also research shows that a third of e-bike riders use multiple locks to prevent theft. This is our own research done here in Germany with the help of the Spiegel Institute. And of course shows that people really want to protect these high value products. Also research shows, or Gerard can tell you a bit more about it.
Yeah, like I was going to complete what Paco is saying, that indeed most of the survey participants of this research we did with the Spiegel Institute said that digital security features such as GPS tracking or movement alerts would really increase their feeling of safety significantly. And that's one of the reasons why we started Guardian. So coming back to Guardian, let's talk a little bit more about how the focus on security works. So as all the Comodule solutions, Guardians includes the whole connectivity ecosystem made of the hardware plus the software. So first of all, the hardware, as we will discuss a bit later, here you have the Guardian connectivity module, so to speak, entry-level connectivity module. And this works together with our software suite that allows you to choose what's the better solution for you inside of the 2 options that we offer.
Exactly. So going a bit deeper into these alternatives, first we have the companion app, the Comodule companion app, which is very easy to get up and running. It can adapt to your color scheme, your logos, and your brand. Basically, it's a wide labeling solution. It, of course, includes all the features you would expect in this type of application with navigation on maps, actually assisted voice navigation as well, recording rides, and, of course, built-in user authentication, so the user can choose to log in with Strava, Facebook, or Apple ID, or email, of course. And then the companion app has a parallel platform. We call it the back office platform. This allows you as an OEM, as a brand, to see information about your users, demographic data, age, location, and so on. Also, all the vehicle information that's being produced by the Guardian, vehicle models as well, have that all very well organized, linked to vehicle data. And then, of course, send marketing messages or communicate with your end users directly in this platform, which we'll show you later on. Then we have a second option, looking at flexibility. So for brands that already have a digital interface, application or platform, or have a digital strategy and team, we can easily provide a Guardian firmware without this business logic, basically raw data that's communicated via development tools, which are standard API and SDK, a software development kit. And then you as a OEM can choose how to use that data and how to create that business logic. And here in this case, we have a service platform that also accompanies the solution, where you can send over-the-air updates to the firmware itself for Guardian itself, and also send commands and also see statistics on that as well.
Right, now that we have talked a little bit about what includes the Guardian package, let's talk about how Guardian improves the rider experience. And as mentioned, Guardian focuses on vehicle security. So thanks to the 4G Cat M1 with 2G fallback, the connectivity enables the GPS tracking and movement alerts. So like in regular case, let's say in the moment that you have digitally locked your vehicle, in case of any unauthorized movement, you will get a notification that will inform you what's happening. And then, as you can see in the second screenshot, track where your device is. And for how long can you track it? Well, Guardian has like an 800 mAh battery inside of it that will allow you for up to 24 hours of constant tracking. If the thief is literally constantly in the move, you could follow that person for up to 24 hours. And then in the case that the vehicle is just stored in your garage, in a warehouse or wherever it's needed, then you have peace of mind for up to 4 weeks. Now, for how long does the little pouch battery take to charge? that's according to our statistics, let's say, and 2 hours average for them.
Exactly. So yeah, but we don't only focus on security. That's of course the main principle of Guardian, but there's much more to it. We are also talking about convenience. So we have other additional features, as I mentioned earlier, such as map navigation in the application, the data. Gerard, maybe you can quickly through. Thank you. Yeah. You can see write data from the user writes after it's been recorded, can be saved onto the application. You can also monitor the IoT battery state of charge, so sort of reduce that battery anxiety. We have actually seen that people are more anxious about their tracker battery than the actual vehicle battery. So having that presence is very important in the app. And of course, something we are offering is enabling users to customize that tracking frequency versus battery life. So some users might prefer to track for a longer period of time and have less data, or vice versa. Also, users will be able to renew the contract, the data contract within the app, or the subscription contract within the app, so making it very seamless for the OEM and for the end user. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, renew the IoT features of the module itself through over-the-air updates via the cellular connectivity. And finally, we have customer communication, which of course users and OEMs can interface. You can build a relationship with your end users through push notifications for marketing purposes, support purposes, or just wishing them a Merry Christmas. And of course, contact. You have direct contact links in the app. Can interface with your customer support or have frequently asked questions for user basic troubleshooting. So as I was mentioning, this is an overview or a screenshot of the platform feature to send user push notifications. This is fully up to you. You own this platform. You can easily drag and drop images, type in your headlines, the content of that text, and actionable links to redirect them to a website. And of course, target users. Since we have all of that data, that demographic data, maybe you create one message for Germany, one message for the US, for users that have only been with you for 100 days and so on. So you can really target your users very efficiently.
And as simple as it is to send a message, as Paco just has shown, Guardian is also simple to set up. That's one of the keys here, the effortless integration. So the simplicity comes to play when we talk about integrating the model into the vehicle. So we will discuss maybe further later. This is not only for e-bikes, even if we are showing a lot of e-bike pictures around, right? Like the point of Guardian is that it will serve also e-scooters and mopeds. So Guardian is our most compact module at the moment. Can even show you here just like side by side how a Guardian is in comparison with our popular Master V10. It's quite smaller, so that allows to put it in different places where it's not that easy to integrate the Master V10 or the Bonnie and Clyde. One thing that is key here is that the Guardian is also compatible with all major drivetrains, and this comes from the fact that in order to be able to put it anywhere around the vehicle thanks to a small size, it also comes by default with let me see if it can be seen in the picture, but if not, you can also see it in the screen. It has a Higo mini F2-pin female connector. So then it's just a matter of putting the interface cable between this and the drivetrain or the controller to get the power to Guardian. As we said before, it doesn't have any CAN integration. It only needs power, and then mic starts.
Yeah, so who is it suitable for? Well, basically for everyone. We have come up with packages that actually target or work for different stages of your company. So maybe you're a startup with limited resources for the digital team, but you have a very innovative and disruptive vehicle design that you want to launch connected to the market. We can help you with lower volumes with a companion app. Then we can also help scale-ups. So maybe you're a scale-up focusing on your vehicle development. You've proven it to the market. Now you're developing your vehicle and growing operationally your company, investing there. We can also support you with the companion app, or maybe you're a digital native. You already have a digital team or have invested in a digital team. You already have an application and platform, and you just want to integrate a very powerful IoT module. And then, of course, industry veterans. So a lot of them out there are eager to catch up and rather quickly with connectivity, as it's a growing trend and also growing competition. So maybe catch up there with some competitors who are taking some market share. And finally, digital veterans who are already scaled up, but want to integrate Guardian to their lower entry products so that they have connectivity across all products. And then, yeah, coming to why Comodule and why Guardian? Well, first of all, as Gerard said, it's a very simple solution to integrate, not only technically, but also economically, financially. There's a package for everyone. Software-wise, it's flexible, whether it's with a companion app provided by us and white label to you, or API and SDK tools for your own applications. Connectivity, well, it's based on 4G or Cat-M1 connectivity with fallback on 2G, which basically makes it global. Whether it's in the countryside, in Germany, where there's no 4G, or in a big city with 4G connectivity, it'll be connected. And then global, EU made. As you might know, we make all of our modules in Estonia. So we are very proud to say that we are 100% vertically integrated. Everything from development, manufacturing, and services, it's all made in Estonia and supported from your time zone. And then, of course, our experience. As I mentioned, we've been doing this for a very long time with big and small partners across the globe. Have already 500,000 connected vehicles out there in over 45 countries.
The big question, when is Guardian going to be available, right? So we have been showing you around these pre-production samples that we have. These are already available this month. You can contact Paco and request a demo. But the plan is to keep developing it, finishing it, maybe even with your feedback of these samples, with the intention that it will hit the streets in spring 2023. So start of deliveries will be April 23 as of the current timeline. So thank you very much. We hope we have covered all the information you need, but of course, we are willing to listen to your questions and complete any other doubt that you could have. So please let us know and we will answer.
Yeah, I just pulled up the questions, Gerard, so maybe we can just throw them out there. First one from Vasily, thank you for your question, is how does the digital work?
So the digital lock, since we said before that the Guardian doesn't have any connection with the bike, this is not that it's locking the bike. The digital lock is, but the other way to say it is that the virtual lock. So what you are doing is that you're making the device understand that any unauthorized movement is not due. So in that moment, it will trigger the alarm, and depending on the certain thresholds, if the GPS has detected that the bike has moved somewhere, then it will, as we said before in the previous slide, notify you, and then you can track the thief once the digital lock is activated.
Follow-up question from Vasily is how it works with Bosch bikes.
Well, again, like coming back to the topic, there's no CAN connection here. So with Bosch bikes, as we said, let me pull back the slide where we were having here. When we say that Guardian works with any drivetrain, it's not meaning that you can read or write from the drivetrain. What it means that it can pull power from the drivetrain, and therefore that bike, even if it's a Bosch bike, that we know that the CAN protocol is closed, or other manufacturers, you can still have your Comodule device linked to a Bosch bike. So if you have different devices from us, you can still integrate in your ecosystem.
Exactly. In that sense, it could complement maybe another solution. Maybe you want to have entry-level bikes with a simpler solution like Guardian, and then you have a drive system where we actually do have an integration with Master and Bonnie and Clyde, and all of that will interface with the same platforms, the same applications, not having to deal with different applications and vendors.
Reading the CAN, via Bluetooth, reading the vehicle data is technically possible, and we're developing it, but it's not available at the moment.
Okay, thanks for your question, Vasily. Next one is from Kai, how we can get a demo unit. As Gerard mentioned, those will be ready now in November. So Vasily, you can message me at francisco@comodule.com, and I can follow up with you there. Okay, sorry, again from Vasily, then is it cut the power of bike or any wires in the bike? Yeah, I guess that answers the question already. Yeah, we don't, we just draw power from the bike itself. So as long as the bike is on, either being ridden or charged, then the module will be able to charge itself from that power outlet. Okay, next one is from Kai. Yeah, can we adjust reporting frequency so we can drain the battery longer for longer standby?
Excuse me, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, can we adjust the reporting frequency?
Yes. Yes,
So,
this is much like when Paco, let me get back to the slide where he discussed it. So we specify the point when we are talking here about this point, customizing tracking frequency versus battery life. That's exactly that point. There will be like a option to select between high frequency of updates, so in expense of the battery, or the opposite, that the model doesn't update so often, but then the battery will last longer, aside of the standard mode. Those things still in development, but would be the dynamic depending on when you report your bike stolen. Do you want to chase the thief, or you like consider it stolen, let's say, and then what you care about is like having it located for as long as possible, and then this dynamic customization comes into play. Yes.
Thanks. Okay, then from Jan, the voltage limits on power input. Any input there?
This is 5 to 15. Guardian can draw power from typically 12 volts. It could be maybe the third-party port or the lights port of the bicycle is like, yeah, usually it's 12 volts, but 5 to 15 is the range where it works.
And on that same note, Jan's question on mounting issues for antenna placement, so internally in the frame.
This we have prepared when you contact Paco for the more information. We already have a placement, I don't know how to call it, like a space claim guide or like placement guide, where we have all the radiation patterns, in which position it should be put in order not to get the antennas affected by that. All those things are documented, and then you can, with the help of our engineering team, you can find the best position to place the Guardian.
Yeah, just a quick maybe overview there. As you can see it here, it's being placed under the motor cover. So for some mid-drives, that's already clear. We will be able to do that. That has been tested. That, of course, will differentiate. Maybe you have a custom cover or a slimmer cover. But yeah, we have thought about the different placement options. Okay. And again, Vasily, yeah, the price system. Definitely, you can reach out to me, Vasily. We can talk about sort of what your needs are, the size of your fleets, and we will find the best package for you. So feel free to message me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, then Kai again. Can we connect to a non-rechargeable battery and make it last for a year?
Not sure if I quite understand the question. Are you meaning that if you can just grab a Guardian as is and connect it to a power bank? Is that the question, if I understood correctly?
I'm not too sure. Maybe we can follow up with Kai there, one-to-one. Okay, let's move on to the next one then. From Jerome, what are the Bluetooth features we are working on, and when will they be available?
Well, the Bluetooth features, what it allows is like, of course, like any other Comodule device, it will connect to the cloud, right? Send information to the cloud, to the backend, and then eventually bring it back to the app or via API. What you can do with Bluetooth is, let's say, communicate directly with the module. So potentially you can see quite instantly the odometer or the speed coming directly from the GPS, since it doesn't have the option for the cam reading directly of the engine. What I think the question is about is like, when are we planning to actually have a CAN reading from the drivetrain? We don't have a timeline for that. We know it's technically possible as long as we have the, let's say, the permission from the drivetrain manufacturer. The Guardian has a Bluetooth low energy 5.0 and ANT plus chip on it, so we can read from the drivetrain, but that we cannot comment on when it will be ready. We just know it's technically possible and we're working on it. Yeah, so from our side, we technically can do it and are doing it actually for our other modules as well. Maybe the question is to the drive system OEMs, when will you make this available to Comodule? So maybe that's a question, Jerome, you can ask them. Okay, moving forward, an anonymous attendee, could you integrate it inside the frame without causing Faraday cage? If we see here in the slide that we have right now on the screen, one of the options that the three that are on top of the drivetrain and then in this like a saddle tube, let's say, those are options to be integrated into a little plastic cover, let's say, but the upper one that is actually a cutout, it can be put inside of the frame, but exactly for that reason, in order to prevent the Faraday cage, then it should be that there's like a plastic cover on top of it, so at least the signals can enter from there. So it's rather a cutout, not really, I don't know, sliding it into the saddle tube or any other location. Okay, thank you, Gerard. Here, just Kai, again, on this last question about, this external power source. He said, yeah, a power bank to Guardian that will, he said, it will create endless possibility, reduce the charging frequency, and standby hours to more than a year. I think he's asking for a static asset point of view. Yes, like indeed, we have been contacted by some companies asking if it could be that we can put a Guardian just in a normal vehicle, not really an electric one. But right now, as of right now, the goal of Guardian is just to be connected directly to the drivetrain or the controller power port, so then it drives energy from there. But that's indeed like a little bit like the Bluetooth case. It's technically possible. We are developing it, but that's no comments in that regard on when it will be or if it will be available. But yeah, thanks for the question. That's indeed a good point. Okay, then the last question right now is from Amandine. Do you have solutions when there's not enough space in the drive unit cover to put the Guardian? So any specific drive unit cover will be developed? That's what we are calling right now the connected cover. That is that if in the case, maybe in the previous slide is a bit more understandable. So in the case that this is a generic bike, of course, it's not like a real drivetrain or anything, but in the case that there's not the option to put it right under the standard drivetrain cover, then what we will do is like what we call the connected cover. That is that we have specific new design of the cover that integrates the Guardian, and then basically the only thing that is needed to do is like connect the Guardian and then close the cover, and the full system will come together. Exactly. So that's something we also have experience with. As you might know, we also do a lot of custom or have done custom solutions in the past, not only software, but also hardware. So, for some custom projects, we would definitely be open to creating a custom cover. Okay, then I don't see any more questions right now in the queue. Please, if you have any left, you can send them now. Otherwise, as I mentioned earlier, you can reach out to me. I think maybe my email is now on the screen. Please feel free to reach out to me. Maybe you heard Gerard referred to me as Paco. So you can reach out to me as paco@comodule.com or francisco@comodule.com. That's just my nickname. Feel free to call me that, and I'll be happy to answer your questions and also provide more information. I'm sure you're interested in the packaging and pricing, so happy to answer those questions as well. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paco, for being with us today, and like to everybody in the audience, and also to our technical team here over in Tallinn. So thank you very much. Let us know if you have any questions, and by spring, we hope that some of you will already have some Guardians in your warehouse. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good night. Have a good day.
Goodbye.